I guess I'm live. It's a good thing because ain't nobody here. I didn't think it'd be able to let me go live this quick. I thought it said take 24 hours. Now, somebody's here. Who's here? 3 people. Wow. I don't know how to see find the chat. Oh man, I'm computer illiterate. Somebody type something if you're actually here, and I'll see if it pops up. Huh. Let's see. I see somebody says, "What's up, Matt?" Tom Pagan. Okay, let me get something out of the way. Hold potentially inappropriate messages for review. Bear with me. All right, I got 4 people here. One of them is a very suspicious lady. I'm watching you. Tom, Caesar, and Curtis. Wow. 8 people are here. Wow. I can't believe that. Didn't think anybody'd show up. Hey, Mama. What's up, Tom? What's up, Caesar, Curtis, David Dillon, Darren? What's up, everybody? Like I said, I didn't really think this was going to work. Can y'all hear me? I just thought this Saturday morning I was going to come out here to my building, maybe try to make some cabinets. Both my girls are out doing things. They're both in plays. So my wife's just kind of taking it easy. It's a rainy day. Thought I'd come out here, and then I was thinking maybe I'll do a live video. Then it said it might take 24 hours, so I just thought I was going to at least get it going. And I don't know how much signal I'm going to have out here. So anyway, everybody says they can hear me. Anybody got any questions? 5 of you. Apparently nobody likes it so far. But sorry I hadn't made much videos lately. I make a bunch, but then I usually end up deleting them because I can't figure out the editing. I can figure it out. I just don't feel like putting in enough time for it. But I'll start making some, trying to get better. I put that other one up about the laminate flooring. But I don't know how good a job I did on that. Let's see. How's business going? Was it worth going full-time? Yes, it's been worth going full-time. I'm learning some tough lessons. But yeah, I enjoy not working night shift. I enjoy not having other people dictate my schedule to an extent. Of course, customers dictate your schedule. But I don't have to worry about a coworker calling in and saying, "Hey man, I ain't coming. You're just gonna have to stay." Or I don't have to worry about management saying you got to work tomorrow, next weekend, or tonight, whenever. So yeah, I'm enjoying that part of it for sure. Now, like I said, I'm learning some tough lessons. One, I built a screened-in porch, and the roof was not the right. I didn't have enough fall on it. And I'll see the other questions. I promise I'll get to them. Roof didn't have the right pitch on it. Apparently, you need to have a 3-1 or 3-12 pitch. I don't know if I'm saying that right or not, but it's got to fall 3 feet every foot. Is that right? Or 3 inches every foot in order to have shingles on it. Well, my roof was falling a 1/2 inch every foot, and I put shingles on it. And it rained, and of course it leaked. It leaked where the new roof met the old roof. So I went over and I got that all put in. I saw a few places where that might not be right, so I got that. I thought figured out, but then it leaked again. Then another guy said, we can put some rubber on that one spot. But then I thought, or somebody mentioned, the first time it snows or ice just sits on it, it's going to leak. So finally, I did what I had to do. I paid a roofer to come out and put a rolled roof on there. So that eat up the profit on that job. But I learned, and I also made it right. So hopefully that'll benefit me in the future. And then the laminate flooring job, I took it on the chin on that one. $1.50 a square foot ain't enough. But from here on out, I got past the screen roof or the screen porch. I got past the laminate flooring. And from here on, the jobs I have lined up, I've got them set up to make enough money. So anyway, that was it worth it? Am I licensed? Yes, I am licensed. Of course, I have a business license. And I have what's called a specialty license in South Carolina. I can do up to $5,000 of work per day. Hey, High Ridge Handyman. Glad to have you, man. Anyway, I have that license. Obviously, I can't do electrical, plumbing, stuff like that. But everything that I've shown that I'm doing, I can do, and I'm doing it legally. As far as electrical, I can repair and replace is the way I understand it. So I can replace light fixtures. I can replace light switches. If you go to installing new stuff, that's where I'm not covered. What else was I going to say? Same thing with plumbing fixtures. I can change out a toilet. I can replace a faucet, stuff like that. Repair and replace. And my insurance, yeah, I have, I want to say $500,000 worth of insurance. 500. It's like, you got two numbers, 500,000 and $1 million. So, I hadn't been in a house worth more than $1 million yet. So let's see. Amen to the tough lessons, man. I hope it's going to help me in the long run. Here in the Northeast, it's called a home improvement licenses. It basically the same thing. Sounds like it. And in North Carolina, see, I'm right on the line. As far as the border between South Carolina and North Carolina. I'm just below Charlotte, North Carolina. I'm sure everybody's heard of Charlotte, North Carolina, Carolina Panthers, all that stuff. If you go into North Carolina, I don't think you have to have a specialty license. You just go up there and do the work as long as you're not doing a specialty type project. So the biggest thing as far as the license is the realtors. Realtors want to know that you have a license. But everybody says, are you licensed? Yeah. Do you have insurance? Yeah. And that seems to be good enough. I mean, I can totally go out and do it and just not even have one, but it would bite me on the butt. So it seems like people would ask, do you have a license? Yeah. Can I see it? Can you show it to me? But people don't. I don't know. How do I bid jobs? Do you bid by the job or do you bid time and materials? I had a video made and I'm still going to make another one, but I got to rambling like I always do on how to do an appraisal, how to bid a job. I'm gonna redo that just because I just got so. My wife told me when you're gonna make these videos, you need to kind of stay focused because it's a lot easier to edit, and I'm all for that. But as far as bidding a job, I've learned. Let's say with that laminate job, when I go in to look at the job, you can't just say $3 a square foot or $1.50 because if you've got a room, let's say you got a room this big and it's 400 square feet, that's easy. You just take off and go, even if it's got a door leading into it and another door going into a closet. But if you've got the same amount of square footage, 400 square feet, and like that hallway you saw in that other video where it goes up, it turns, it turns, it turns. There was a door back here. There was a door here. There was a door here, 45 door. You got 7 or 8 doors. Those doors slow you down, man. So I think about stuff like that. I try to think about how long it's going to take, how much difficulty it's going to take. I had stairs to go up on that job. All those kind of issues I try to keep in mind. What I'm going to run up against and how long it's going to take. And if I think it's going to take 2 days, it's going to take 3 days at least. If I think it's going to take a week, it's going to take a week and a half. Other people might be better at this stuff than I am because I didn't grow up or I didn't start on a framing crew or something when I was 18 years old. I just kind of always done it around the house. So I don't have as much experience. But if you think it's going to take this amount of time, add to that and then figure out on your materials. And I've learned to add 15% the price to the materials that you think it's going to take. If it's going to be $1,000 in materials, add another $150 to that, because it's going to take more stuff than I think of. I just can't never remember. And I feel like I'm rambling now, but my advertising, my wife got me set up on Facebook. I put a few things on there, but I really, word of mouth is what I'm doing. I've got magnets on my truck. I don't know if I'm getting anything out of that. And I think what I'm gonna start doing as far as Facebook, I make more money on the sure enough handyman jobs. Paint. The other day I went out and painted a door, replaced some insulation in the attic, caulked a little bit in the bathroom, and they had a water fountain that wasn't working. Got it back running. It was just a kink line in it. And that job, I was there about 7 hours and made $400 or $500, something like that, and never broke a sweat. And then I'd go out and do like the laminate flooring job, make $250 a day. But anyway, I'd like to get more focused on those handyman jobs. So I might start putting that kind of stuff on Facebook and try to go after that. And also, I just need to price the bigger jobs. I need to price them better. So I don't do a lot of advertising. I really don't. I hadn't had to so far. I'm 3 weeks out. I'm almost scared to advertise. I don't want to get 2 months worth of work and start losing business. So hadn't spent a dime since he started. I get a lot of calls from the next door at. How do you get most of your jobs? Like I said, word of mouth. And I have had some people put me on a neighborhood type website. I got set up with Google reviews. I got I think one or two calls from that, one job from that. But most of them are just word of mouth. I'm trying to think. I don't know. Like I said, it's just all word of mouth so far. Been doing good. You got to do a good job. Do a good job, and people will recommend you. Do a bad job, and they'll also talk about that. How do I bill? Cash check, or do you use like Joyce? What I've been doing, I've got QuickBooks self-employed. And I got that because I used TurboTax last year, and I got a free year's worth, and I like that so far. It keeps up with my mileage, and I invoice through that. I don't like that they charge 2.9%. But you can cut that off, and I'd rather just have a check. But I did a job a while back, that painting job. I don't know if I posted those videos or not, but painted a house. It was about 5,000 square feet. And, well, it was more like we only had to paint 4,200 square foot at the time, and the bill was close to $5,000. And if I would have let them pay through that software, man, that was, 5% or 3% of $4,000. That was going to be a good lick, so I just turned it off. Now, I did invoice a guy the other day, and I told him, I said, I can send you the invoice through QuickBooks. And it says down at the bottom, please add 2.9%, but nobody ever sees that, so they just pay the bill. And then I just have to pay that 3%. Now, if it's $100, I don't mind paying $3, but you get way on up there. So anyway, I added on his bill. If paying through software, please add 2.9%, and I put that in the invoice. So we'll see if he pays it through that or if he just mails me a check. But I use that. The problem with that is they don't have estimating software, so I can't send people an estimate. So I use FreshBooks for the estimate, and then turn around and have to send an invoice through the QuickBooks, which seems ridiculous. So anyway, estimates through FreshBooks, invoices through QuickBooks. QuickBooks keeps saying, "Oh yeah, we're gonna put that out soon," an estimate added to it, but they hadn't done anything yet. That's been over a year. Let me get back. Yeah, like I said, I guess I could get one of those little things. Somebody help me out. You put it in your telephone, put it in the earbud part, ear jack, headphone jack for your phone. I think you can swipe through there and do that, but I hadn't done that yet, and it might charge you a percentage too. I'm sure it does. How many jobs do I lose from pricing too high? I've only lost one job on pricing, and because it was too high, and that's probably a bad thing. A guy had an old house, and it was about 30 minutes away from me. It was a very old house. He wanted some cast iron pipe replaced in the house, and it wasn't very much, but I was having to crawl under the house and, you know, get inside the wall and all that. And I bid it at $400, and I don't know, it would have took 3 hours, and I never heard back from him. And it was a rental, so he's gonna make money off the house. So, but it's probably not a good thing if I'm not losing any jobs because I'm not high enough. I think you probably ought to lose a couple here and there just to kind of let you know you're right on that edge. I don't think I've lost any other on that one. Let's see. Mike Roten. Yep, I am live, man. Believe it or not. No, I hadn't tried Venmo. My cousin is a realtor, and she suggested that I need to try that out. Customer pays you with your credit card is responsible for the charge, not you, the one receiving money. Well, that's good to know. That's good to know because QuickBooks has a little, like I said, it has a little thing at the bottom saying, you know, add 2.9%, but either they don't see it or they just say pay the invoice and that's the price on there. It doesn't automatically add it. I wish it would automatically have an option to automatically add it, but no, I hadn't tried Venmo. I need to, I guess. I wondered about PayPal. Anyway, I'm all caught up on the questions. I don't know. Maybe I need to start doing this live thing more often. Again, I really wasn't prepared to put this up or go live. I thought I might make some cabinets for my trailer. My trailer's a mess, and I can't keep it organized. And the cabinets I put in there are starting to get busted up, not act right. I ordered some of Ron Paulk's plans to build some cabinets, and I got those cabinets or the boards over here made. I was thinking I got a terrible splinter. See if I can find that picture. I got a splinter pulling that stuff out of there, man. It was about an inch long. Y'all can just bear with me. My wife finally pulled the splinter out, man, and I'm a big baby when it comes to stuff like that. I don't know if you're going to be able to see this, especially through, where's the camera out on this thing? Can you see that splinter? That splinter was in my hand. It was completely buried. Man, that sucker hurt. See that? See how big that splinter is? And it was all the way, anyway, it was all the way in there. You couldn't see the splinter at all. Man, it hurt. But anyway, yeah, that was as far as those cabinets I said I was going to build. Let's see, upload video. Yeah, I know, man, Darren. I need to upload more videos, man. Like I said, the editing, man. The editing. I was in there fussing this morning about the computer. I hate passwords, man. I hate them. You know, you're supposed to use a different password, but I can't ever remember them all. And then I got an app for my phone that saves all the passwords, but it won't talk to this new computer I bought. You know, I bought this new laptop. You know, had no business probably buying a laptop. I don't know how to use them. Let's say upload videos more frequently. I already talked about it. I want to say I like watching you because you're a real honest dude. Keep up the honesty. You last a long time. Yes, I am honest, man. Bomb went off in my work truck this way. Yeah, I know, man. Our tornadoes go through mine all the time. But I do want to I love Ron Paulk's trailers. You know, everything's so clean and organized. I love that. But I started to just make it identical to his. But he's got 2 8-foot long drawers. I was like, man, I'm gonna make it just like that. And but I don't need those 8-foot. I don't need those 8-foot drawers. What am I gonna do with an 8-foot drawer other than a bunch of stuff piled up in the back of it? I know he's got long clamps and all, but anyway, I would like to get some cabinets built. My wife thinks I'm out here building cabinets right now. Let's see. Okay, I'm definitely going to try Venmo High Ridge. I'm going to do that today, man, because of the QuickBooks. I don't like getting. I'm already on a thin, not thin margin, but trying to learn. I don't want to give any money away. Real question: if you're working in someone's house and lunch hits bottom, You know, I hadn't had that problem yet, man. I've thought about that. I don't think I've had to do that. I don't eat. I believe it or not, I've lost 15 pounds since January the 1st, and I ain't been eating healthy. I can promise you that. But I just don't eat a whole lot. I'm just so busy trying to stay caught up. It hadn't been a problem, but you know, funny as it is, if they were home, I don't know, man. I don't know. Lock the door and take a board and a hammer and sit there and bang on that board, I guess, and stomp your feet while you're using the bathroom. The big house and my mother helped me in that big house, but nobody was there the whole time, man. That was nice. You know, you go to the bathroom and had the music wide open. That was nice. But yeah, Curtis, I try to clean my stuff on either Saturday or Sunday. We go to church in the morning and in the evening, and I love my church. But sometimes in the middle there, I'll try to get out there and clean it up. But it was full of insulation and all. I've got a bag of that left. It was full of insulation and stuff I had to take back. Now I've got a bunch of material on it for a deck I got to start on Monday. So yeah, I hate when I get in my trailer, stomping over stuff and falling around. That nothing puts me in a worse mood than it being disorganized. But you know, High Ridge, I might have looked at your video on your trailer. I can't remember, but I will check it out because I do like to see other people's ideas. Searching for a signal. He's got a rack for the screw containers, and I sent him a comment on his, and he told me where he got that. I like that idea because I've got a few of those, and they're all just kind of sitting up on top. Would like to get those all done up. Let's see. Whoa. Organization's hard for me. That is why I get a nap hide box on the back of mine. I have to check that out too, David. All those are good ideas. And yeah, Tom, I still have the Cobalt tool cart in my trailer. The problem is, that thing's not made for riding around in the back of my truck or in the back of that trailer. And a few times, and when I say a few, I mean like 40, I've left it unlocked and the drawers flew open and it's messed the drawers up. So now I've got it all bungeed up, and that's, and then that's frustrating too. But I called Cobalt, and also the key, I leave the key in the keyhole, and I had some sheetrock and it tilted over and broke the key off of there. But in Cobalt's defense, and I like Cobalt, I got several Cobalt things. I'm looking at a little stand from Cobalt. I bought a Cobalt skill saw or whatever, circular saw, Cobalt air hose, Cobalt. Anyway, a bunch of Cobalt stuff. Called Cobalt. They sent me a key, 2 new keys for the cart, and also I hadn't called them back yet because I didn't know what the serial or model number was on that thing. So I've got to call them back. They're going to send me some slides, the drawer slides. So that's cool, man. They back up their product. Good customer service. So, but yeah, I do still have that card on there. I might get it out and put some cabinets in there. Maybe put that cart in this building here, this shop. I can thank you on my next live video. Okay. I'm thanking you now, man. It's one of the best things about my trailer. It hit one time on a job. I was in the middle of downtown. I ran to the trailer, had me a compound bucket line. Oh, you talking about a poop spot. Yeah. With a garbage bag. I took now, I'll say this. My mama is, look at her. She's already down there talking, but I have peed in a bucket in my truck and then went back and poured it out, washed it out. I had sat down on one. I used to know a guy that did a lot of rodeos and stuff like that. He had a toilet seat on a 5-gallon bucket. He kept it in the back of his truck all the time. Old Willie. Let's see. That's one of the best. Good luck on the estimate, High Ridge. I don't know if I missed you or not. See you, man. Let's see. Carry some of that stuff that takes the smell away from poop. I know. What lime? I'll carry some lime with me in case the customer gets out of hand. I can knock them out, knock them off, and pour some lime on them. I got a customer now. I'd like to do that too. Have you used any of the? And let me back up. I probably shouldn't say that, but I got a customer that still hadn't paid me, and I don't know what she's going to. Have you used any of the cordless nailers? Steve, I was at a customer's house, and she was she had a rental on the third floor of uh, it's like a seven. I don't know if anybody ever remembers PTL and Jim Baker and all that kind of stuff. It was over in that area in Fort Mill, I think. But anyway, she was on the third floor, had a one room apartment on the third floor that she rents out. And I was putting laminate floor down, and the lady happened to come and said I could use her cordless nailer to put the trim in. I was like, yeah, I'll try it out. I didn't think it'd do good because, how good can a cordless battery-powered nailer do? But I didn't want to have to drag my air hose up, my compressor, crank it up in there. So I used that, and man, that thing was nice. And it was like a Ryobi or something. It wasn't even one of the big names like DeWalt or Milwaukee. But man, it was nice using that thing. Just walk around, pop nails in, and be gone. So yeah, that's going to be one of my next purchases. I hadn't really bought much anything because I want to make sure that the business is gonna, and I know it's going to do good, but I don't burn up a whole lot of money if I don't have to. But I want to get that. I want to get a ladder rack on my tow trailer, and I want the built-in ladder that goes up to it, because you got a ladder rack, but you can't get your ladders down because you got to have a ladder to get to your ladders. But your ladders on the ladder rack's like chicken and egg. So anyway, I'm going to get one of those cordless nailers. Where are we at? Handyman's got a camping toilet. Yikes. I guess I need something. But I say I need something like that as far as the poop barrel, but it hadn't been a problem here lately. I drink 2 cups of coffee in the morning, and I'm good before I ever leave the house. Hitachi, yeah, I've got some Hitachi tools. They make good stuff. My miter saw is Hitachi, so I was at Home Depot, and I was checking theirs out. They're cordless nailers, and they look good. I like to get one, and I will get one eventually. I was thinking I need one for laminate flooring, but if I'm gonna be doing laminate flooring, or if you got to do laminate flooring for less than $2 a square foot, I won't be doing any more laminate flooring. See you, Mike. See you, man. Thanks for being here, brother. I have the Ryobi, yeah. Oh, okay, the Ryobi's in colder temperatures. Yeah, that's what I was using, a Ryobi, but I was in a heated spot. Vaughn is here. What's up, man? Taking care of things at the mill. Brian Ellis is, if you guys see Brian Ellis, he worked out at Bowater. Or he's out there now. I say Bowater. It ain't been Bowater forever. But anyway, work with me out there. I taught that kid everything he knows. Milwaukee all the way. Did not like them until forced to use them. Yeah, I had Milwaukee tools way back 10, 15 years ago, and then I just happened to get some DeWalts. I'm not loyal to any of them because I got some different things. Shirley Sheehan. Now Grandma's in here. All right, Grandma. Want your carport cleaned and painted? You want the floors epoxied? Okay. Well, family has to pay double. What's your favorite type of work to do in your handyman business? I like building stuff out of wood, man. I the screened-in porch, and my dad helped me with that. I like doing that stuff. I like that framing type stuff. I wish I was better at finish work, like putting in trim and all. But it's just one of those things that you got to do a lot of it. That's the thing about being in the handyman business. You don't do a lot of one thing very often. So But no, I like building stuff. I've got, like I said, I've got some of this stuff out here to make cabinets and all out of. I'd like to be able to do better at that. I've always thought, you know, that would be neat to just kind of sit out here in the building and build stuff. But I'm hoping that I can have more time to do that kind of stuff now, not having to work weekends and all that kind of stuff. But and I'm gonna start on a deck Monday. I like doing that kind of stuff. I don't like the finish work. I wanna put two 2x4s together and keep on keeping on, you know. But that deck, let me see if I can give you guys a insight on my upcoming work. Let's see. Yeah, rough frame. Yeah, finish work takes a little extra, man, and I ain't, you know, I'm kind of like a daggone bull in a china shop. I want to stab it together. I don't like that, you know, being careful type stuff. Hey, Menorca Home Solutions. I hope I said that right. What's he saying? Brian Ellis is trying to spell. I don't know, man. Let's see. See if I can get these pictures lined up. This deck. Can you see that? You got a reflection in there. But this is the deck I've got to go work on starting Monday. Let me see if I can get my fingers in here right. I'm going to do tear these rails down, and from here coming out, they want an extension, and then from over here going out, they want an extension. So I'll be I'm gonna try to make a video of it, man. You know, I keep saying I'm gonna make a video, and then I make them, and the camera dies, or the GoPro battery dies, or the editing. So I was editing that the last one I made for laminate, sitting there doing it. Finally got those little transitions where you go from one clip to the other, and my computer said the battery died and it just cut off on me. I was like, "Are you kidding?" So it always seems like something. But anyway, I'm gonna try to make a video of those of that deck that I'm gonna work on. I'm just gonna take my I've got one of those monster rock and rollers that will charge. I'm just gonna set the camera up, keep it plugged in. I bought a bigger SD card, 128 megs, gigawatts or something. I'm just gonna let it roll, man, and I guess I'll have to just do some editing off of that and see if I can ever get it put up. You know, I told my wife I've got over 1,500 subscribers. You know, I need to be putting something on here. You know, something's going right. Can't make money doing handyman work, and that's another thing. I still ain't got no money from YouTube. I think I ain't got that. I need a password, I guess. Let's see. When I quit my full-time job almost a year ago, I told myself to be successful, I need to learn to love what everyone else hated. I'm now peeing with a bucket of mud at drywall all night. Good for you, man. I can't do that drywall. Man, it's another thing. If you don't do it every day, or if you don't do it very often, it's tough to do. That drywall guy that I've talked about on my channel, he's been doing drywall work for 25 years, 30 years. He does it good, but that's all he does, man. I don't know if he likes it or not. What state am I in? Right now, I'm in a state of relaxation, state of calm. No, I'm in South Carolina, man. Good luck on that deck and all you do. Got to go. See you on the next one. See you, Steve. God bless you too, man. Have a good day, brother. Buy extra batteries. You talking about for the Caesar? You talking about for the GoPro? I do, man. And there's something else on that GoPro. 1 minute it'll say the battery's full, and then I turn it on, it starts blinking and says the battery's low. I think it's not getting a good connection, or it's a cheap battery, but I have thought about getting another battery. And like I said, I bought 128. God, what do you call that, man? I'm telling you, I know I'm computer illiterate. It's amazing that I'm even on live right now. The SD card, 128 gigawatts. But I did buy a bigger car. I need to buy a better battery, I guess. Yeah, Brian, I miss it sometimes, man. I'm telling you, it's you know, I'm hustling, man. I'm hustling every day. You got to make sure you're gonna make enough money. I know exactly how much money I need to make on average to justify leaving the mill. And you know, most days I hit it, but like that screened in porch, man. And Brian, you know who that is that I built that porch for. It's the guy we work with, son. But man, when I built that thing wrong, and I knew I was going to have to come out of pocket and make that right. That was tough there, man. But anyway, I'm on the right track. You love mudding, Minorca? I don't mind doing it. I don't mind doing it. I just can't do it that great. Amy says, man, I got all kind of family up in here. Amy says I need to send me the drywall guys. What are you trying to take my subs from me, Amy? See the way this works, Amy, is you pay me and I give him half the money. So if I put y'all two together, that wipes me out. No, of course I will. How do I get all my jobs, Wesley? I talked about that a little bit earlier, but I don't mind repeating it. Most of them, or 99% of them, are word of mouth. I keep waiting on my wife to walk outside and be like, who are you talking to? What I'll do is I'll flip the camera on her real quick, run her back in the house. I get them all from word of mouth. I've got a few realtors that call me, and not only that, but the realtors will tell their customers. I'm sorry, I just thought of something. The realtors will tell their customers, call this guy, he can help you out. And also, I don't know why I didn't say this earlier, but a good buddy of mine, Rick, is a home inspector. I've talked about him on these videos a ton of times. But Rick, like I said, is a home inspector. He's not a code inspector. The city doesn't send him out. But and if I'm saying repetitive stuff from other videos, just deal with me. But when you're going to buy a house, when you're going to sell a house, from what I understand, the bank will make, as long as you're financing it, the bank will insist on a home inspector coming out and just checking everything out. He's not, like I said, he's not a code inspector. He ain't gonna tell you if the wiring's right behind the walls. But anyway, he'll come out and look at stuff, and he takes his little blue tape and puts it all over the house. And then, when something's wrong, they'll say, they always ask him, you got anybody that can fix this stuff for me? And Rick will tell them every time, call this number, call Matt. And that's a huge advantage that I have. And he'll also, sometimes when he's not sure if I will take this job or not, he'll call me. He'll say, hey man, these people got this and that, are you interested in that kind of work? And I'm like, yeah, or he'll send me some pictures of it. He'll tell those people to call me, and before I call them, I'll call him sometimes and be like, man, are these people straight up, or, what am I fixing to get myself into? So anyway, that's been a big advantage. If any of you guys are doing handyman work, and if you can get in with a home inspector, that's been great for me. Tom put a video out. Tom, I can't remember his last name, but old Mr. Fixall. I sent him a comment one time asking if he would kind of throw a I can't even think right now. I'm just kind of cold. I had to roll my garage door up to have signal from the house. But anyway, a shout out, whatever you call it. He got on there and talked about me one day, man. That was pretty cool that he did that. I sent a comment to the handyman. I don't know that he got it, but I've been on a few of his live streams, and he's always, said some good things about me, and I'm glad of that. And Alan, honestly, handyman. That's my dad. Watch him, see if I can get him run up. So anyway, don't even remember what I was talking about. Oh, Tom and Alan Lee on his channel. He said some good things about me. So I guess these people are just bad judges of character. Yeah, Minorca. And make sure that, safe and up to code. I had a bird flying here with me. Let's see, where am I at? Buyer's got an inspection. One of my favorite things to do is dealing with a home inspection report. Yeah, those home inspections, the repair addendums, what they're always wrote on top of them, those are nice to have because you at least get to see a little bit of something before you go out there. You know, it helps with an estimate without having to drive over and look at it. And I'm gonna talk about that for a second. Doing estimates and stuff like that. It's searching for signal has a channel. He was saying he ain't doing estimates, free estimates anymore. He said, oh yeah, he said he's not doing free estimates anymore. And I understand that. Some of them I might not would do either. You know, I like a small job, but there's a lady that I'm just going to happen to be by her house today. So I am going to go over to the deck. She's got a couple of deck boards and a few other things. A lot of times I can tell them over the phone or through some pictures, a rough idea, just like searching for signal said he would do. I just looked down at the bottom, H. Jackson 911 is my wife. Hey, honey, why don't you come on out here with me? Anyway, God, I can't stay focused. Oh, as far as doing estimates, now I know my wife's watching. I'm in trouble. But no, it's a whole lot easier just to do an estimate over the phone or through a picture because depending on where they are, if they're 20, 30 minutes away and you drive out there. I went to do an estimate the other day. It was on a guy's got a boathouse, 30 minutes away. It was pouring down rain. Drove all the way out there and he ain't got the key. Couldn't get in. You know, the door's locked. So we sat there and looked at the pictures. And then I did another estimate. I'd been out there twice. It's 30 minutes away. Drove all the way out there, and then went out there a second time, ready to work. And they need to think about it a little bit longer. So let's see. Thank you, Speedy. Yeah, Wesley. I think there's kind of a little bit of a handyman community. Everybody's watches each other's videos. Montreal, Canada. Man, you a glutton for punishment, Patrick. Got to be cold up there, man. Of course, I'm in South Carolina. It gets down below 40 and everybody runs for cover. Glad to have you here, though, Patrick. Where'd it go? It jumped. I'm subbed to both of them, too. Oh, yeah, Tom Pagan. What's up, man? I'm going to send you a few trailer pics. Send them on, man. Precision Carpentry. Send them on. I would like to see them. Let's see. Tom Maxby won last night. Must be talking to somebody else. And then there's my wife. Let's see. I saw in the Discord. Sorry. Okay, y'all are talking to each other. It's fine. No problem. LOL. No worries. It was fun. Hey, H. Jackson. Y'all should all be fussing. All of y'all, 21 of you. Y'all should all be fussing at my wife because the one video that she edited of me doing the God, I tore out that door and I was struggling with the header and all. Did an awesome video. Nothing else. She don't want to do them any more than I do. Y'all should be fussing at her. Yeah, the whole family's here, man. There's 20 people here. Probably 10 of them are my family. I got my mom, my dad, my grandma, my sister-in-law, and they've even got my warden. Let's see. You need to clean up that garage. At least hang that flag correctly. This is my last safe haven. The last place I got to put stuff. Howdy from Tennessee. What's going on, man? JKL from Tennessee. I hear you, man. You ain't too far off. God, we were in Tennessee for a cheerleading competition. I can't remember where. But anyway, I had a buddy play football at Tennessee. He played 1 year. He played there the last year that Peyton Manning was there. he had a girlfriend that was about 7 or 8 years older than him, and this guy was an excellent kicker. He's going to watch this video one day and get mad at me. He was an excellent kicker, but she wanted him home. Yep, go Vols, man. But tell you what about them Vols. I said we pull 4 around here. Now, we stunk it up in the last 100 years, but maybe in the next 100 years we'll do something. Now we get to recruit against Clemson. Not even talking about handyman work anymore. Let's see. I only do paid estimates every 10-minute drive where I'll estimate through pictures. I find people that want free estimates are tire kickers. Yeah, I know what you mean, man. And, I've talked about doing hourly rates on here before, too. The last 2 jobs I did this week were hourly jobs. And definitely make more money when you just tell them how much it's going to be. It's funny that people think that getting paid by the hours is not, the customer thinks, well, paid by the hour. Or I think they think that. I hadn't had any blowback about that, but you would think if somebody says, all right, I'm going to charge you $50, $75, $100 an hour, most people probably think, I don't know about that. This guy's going to drag his feet and not do anything. But anyway, when I did those hourly jobs, I can't talk from reading these comments. When I do the hourly jobs, like I did the other day, a couple of them, all the pressure's off. All the pressure's off. I know how much money I'm making. Of course, I'm not goofing off, but the guy came in and said, hey, man, I was replacing some insulation in the, I said crawl space, but it was like a behind-the-wall, walk-in type attic space, and all the vertical insulation. He wanted all that pulled down. So I pulled all that down and got the other, and then there was some, that was kind of on the floor, laying horizontal. He's like, man, I don't know if I should get that pulled up too. And I'm thinking, man, let's do it. I'm getting paid by the hour. I'll pull up every bit of insulation in this house if you want me to. So anyway, I didn't mind doing that. Those were 2 customers that I had given a lower price to from when I first got started, and I've gone up on that hourly rate since then. But yeah, I don't mind. I really don't mind the hourly rates on this honeydew list because, you stay there all day and you're going to make plenty of money. Let's see. Got a man from Florida. Oh, yeah, you've been here. Minorca. Minorca, what is your name? Am I saying that right? Minorca Home Solutions? Anyway, from Florida. My wife saying I'm showing my shirt covered in paint. I ruined about 5 shirts and about 5 pairs of pants painting that job. And she told me the whole time, you need to quit taking these, their work clothes, but I didn't want paint all over. And I got paint all over everything, including this shirt. So I guess I'm gonna have to all those khaki pants were given to me by my dad. Anyway, Bart, what's up, man? I can't believe you ain't said nothing about Georgia. You must not have been here when I was talking about Gamecocks in Tennessee. Bart's a big Georgia fan. Must be nice to have a team that actually wins. Let's see. You get your jobs from word of mouth, and people know what to expect. General surprise isn't an issue once you. Yeah, you're right, Minorca. That's what I keep telling myself. Even though some of these jobs that that I'm not making a whole lot of money on, just do a good job. I've got, like somebody said in one of the other videos, like, you're sitting there doing this job and you're thinking, man, I'm gonna make $200 today. This ain't getting it. I just got to hurt and get done. So I've got to stay focused and say, if I do this right, do a good job, I'll make money in the future off of this person. And that same person has me coming back and put some gutter guards in and cleaning her dryer vent. So, and she's got other things that I need to do over there. So it's hard, but yeah, you do a good job, and the price of the money will come, I guess is what I'm getting at. Do a good job now and quit worrying about, I've got to make this amount of money today, because I know that it'll get better and keep getting better. Yeah, Craigslist, man. I even putting something for sale on Craigslist. I got a funny story about Craigslist. I was selling my sister-in-law's truck. This has been, 10 years ago, something like that. But I put the truck on there, and I can't remember what the price was. It was like $5,000, and some joker started. This might have been, I can't remember if it was text or email. It was text. He's like, I'll give you. Oh no, he said, will you take a check? I can't remember how all this went. No, anyway, he started getting to be a smart aleck. How about I just come do so and so, this, and I can't remember what. It must have been email, because his last name was like, it was it was a very unique name. It was like I don't know. I can't think of anything, or something. But it was the first initial and then that weird last name. So this was about when you could look in the phone book for number lookup. So I looked up that number in the phone book. I looked up that number in the phone book and his address, and I said, how about I just come? I said, how about I just come to your house? And I put that address on there. I'd never heard another peep out of him. What in the world? I'm getting attacked. Let's see how we do this. Oh, it's too high. Don't you throw that on me. I got a computer right here. What are you doing? Looking good, baby. You not gonna say anything? Muddy feet? Oh, this is fun. Where are you going? She's not gonna talk. Hey, I've got some pictures of you on my phone right here. Should I just put those on since you won't come look? I'll be done in a minute. That girl. Let's see. Sometimes many people shaking hands is worth more than $1 that comes out in the wash. Yeah, I guess so. I have a Gamecocks hat I wear when I'm painting, but not my dog's hat. Yeah, I don't blame you, man. The Gamecocks ain't got nothing to. Somebody called me a bandwagon fan one time because I had a Gamecocks shirt on. They had to be having a good year. I was like, do you know what a bandwagon fan is? Nobody that pulls for the Gamecocks is a bandwagon fan. Let's see. Oh, no. Yeah. The heck with you and that bleach plant. Yeah, I know, Mama. My paint clothes are. I still got them because I'm gonna mess with them, but also put the pressure diffuser back online today. Yeah, Bart, are you and Brian? Are y'all at work? Y'all at work, man? Yeah, Glazier. My most profitable jobs. Yeah, light fixtures. People, as far as lights and electricity, it's a mystery to people that don't know anything about them. People always say, oh man, I don't mess with electricity. I don't do that. Well, I don't either. Nobody's going to sit there with live wires and hook them up. You just cut the light switch off and redo the light fixture or cut the breaker off. Now you do have to know, like, I had some 3-way switches I had to get sorted out the other day, and I actually got my old man over there to help me because he's been doing electrical work all his life. But he's always willing to help me, and I appreciate it. But I paid a little bit better attention this time, so I know how to do it next time. But yeah, electrical work. I thought about getting my electrical license, actually, just because I think it would probably pay more. And a lot of people saying that I should get my GC license. But I don't know, man. I've thought about that, but there's dealing with contractors, man. I just don't know if I want to do that. It seems like you're going to take all your time answering phone calls and dealing with these people and making sure they did right and stuff like that. But anyway, got off on another tangent. But yeah, electrical jobs seem to pay pretty good. I try to make I don't say it, I don't tell anybody that, but I try to make about $250 a job, and I ain't talking about a day now. Don't get me wrong, but if I can go out to somebody's house and get $250 out of them, you do that. You do 2 of those in a day. That $500 ain't the maximum amount of money that I can make in a day, but that's a good day. It's a great day. Let's see, like the day you guys met. Yeah, for real, Minorca. I look that way. She could be your yeah, she needs to be. That's what I told her. God, what was it? The handyman. He's got Handy Andy, and that guy was pretty funny. And I told her, I said, I need to get this monkey suit out and have it run around every now and then. So maybe I can get her to do that. My wife's a beautiful lady, but I guess she didn't want to be seen. Let's see. Yeah, painting getting bad. I heard somebody say something about painting. Honest Lee was saying that painting, he didn't like painting. Couldn't make enough money on it. But price it right. Anything's all about price. And we did good on that painting that house over there a while back. Yeah, Bart. So that means you are at work. And boys out there at work watching me live on YouTube. I've been on here for 56 minutes. Ooh, 23 people. Let's see. GC lights is just more bills and headache. Overhead goes up. I've been doing some remodeling for 11 years. Okay, so more bills and headache. Yeah. And, that might be something I do in the future, but here, I'm just getting started on on this business. So I've got enough headaches and stuff to figure out as it is. Oh, last thing I want to do is add more headaches to that. We got to continue getting this streamlined. Yeah, that house we painted, Minorca, like I said, it was about 4,200 square feet, and I had my mom come in and help. I worked on it. I can't remember which day she got there. Thursday? I think it was Thursday or Friday. Anyway, I worked on it 3 days by myself, then worked together on it for about 4 days, and then she worked on it 2 days by herself. So, and I think I ended up charging those people. Well, we painted the back deck too. Stained that back deck, man, and I thought it was going to take 2 coats, and boy, it sucked up some paint because it had never been stained before. That I was rolling that stain on, and it just disappeared. I mean, it just go away. But anyway, I think I ended up charging him $4,200. Don't sound right. Maybe that was right. It's about $1 a square foot, and then of course, that didn't include the cost of the paint. But it has some high ceilings. I bought a scaffolding for that job. Man, that scaffolding worked out great. I could cut all that stuff in on the ceiling and never move a ladder around. Then had that 20-foot ladder up in the front foyer where you first walk in. Had that ladder up, man. I was on that ladder. Had it. The ceiling in that house was exactly 20 feet, give or take a few inches. And I was cutting in up at the top. So I'm on the very top of that ladder. It was 7 o'clock at night. I'd been there since 8 o'clock that morning, 8:30. I had plastic all down the floor because there's hardwood floors. But so I'm on the top of that ladder, 20 foot up. So, my head was that close to the top. So whatever. Up on that ladder by myself, got one hand holding the ladder, another hand with a paint bucket now in this hand, painting. I could hear like a breeze blowing that plastic. And I thought for a second, I was like, what is that? So I looked down at the bottom of that 20-foot ladder, and the ladder is starting to slide out from under me, and that was what I heard. It was pushing that plastic slipping. And you talk about scaring the crap out of somebody. I grabbed hold of that case, and I had to throw the paint brush in the bucket. And there's happened to be a window right there. I grabbed that window case, and I was able to get that ladder to stop. Man, I'd have been at least broke up, if not dead. Anyway, about too many illegals up north to make money. These guys are painting multicolor rooms for $100. I know, man. Then the Indians up here. Then there's no one supposed to make $1 off them. Yeah, that's. I had a lady one time ask me how much I charged by the hour if I would come out, and I told this lady, and this is a long time ago, but I told her $75 for the first hour, $50 every hour after that. Now this lady lives in a very nice neighborhood, one of these retirement communities, gated, just big time nice houses. And I told her that. She's like, "Oh my God, $75, $50 an hour. That's crazy." She said, "I've got I can't think of the guy's name. Julio, it was a Spanish guy." She said, he comes out and works for $20 an hour. I was like, $20 an hour? I said, "Is he legal?" She said, "No." I said, "Is he licensed?" "No." "Does he have insurance for tears your house up?" "No." So, well, he ain't paying nothing, but he tears something up, he ain't paying nothing. So anyway, hats off to you, bro. I would love to do live feed on my lathe work, but I know I would get beat to death over my southern. Oh man, me too, Bart. I've always said I've got a strong southern accent. You should, man. I'd like to see that lathe in action. And I meant to tell you too, Bart. Those cork, those wine stoppers, man. Those people, we got those out for Christmas gifts, man. They love those. Me and Heather don't drink wine, but we was like, man, we need to get something to stick these things in. We kept one for ourselves, but gave one to my God. Who ought I give one? I think I gave Mom one. I hope I did. She's watching. I meant to. If I didn't, I think I did. Gave Daddy one. My in-laws. Anyway, they all like those, man. Get the incline. So you are at work. I've been on here for an hour, and them boys been watching me the whole time. Yeah. Can you hear that rooster? Can y'all hear that? He's got that rooster starts crowing about 3 o'clock in the morning. And Sean, if you ever start watching this, I ain't mad. I ain't upset. I used to have chickens on. He's got roosters. He's got ducks. He's got goats. God, what else he got? He's got all kind of stuff, man. Would have ate that rooster by now. I know it. You better not mess with no roosters. I think that might be a gamecock. It'll tear your butt up. Oh. Have we not? Thought we did. Anyway, might be getting some more from you, Bart. All right, guys, it's been an hour. I'm gonna get off of here. Time flies, man. This has been fun. Any last minute things? Pop them up real quick, because I'm fixing to dog it all. I really do want to piddle with these cabinets a little bit today, especially before that gorilla comes back out here. Way to ruin the surprise. Before that gorilla comes back out here throwing water on me. But anyway, I appreciate it. Anytime y'all see my videos pop up, man, I'll try to get more out here. Maybe I'll come out here on Saturdays and try to get a another live feed going. It's been fun, man. As soon as I turned it on, man, it started popping up 3 or 4 people. I mean, I know I ain't no heavy hitter, but I think I saw 23 people one time, and 10 of you liked it. I don't know what the other 12 you bums are doing, but let's see what we got going on. I'm subbing. Can't wait to check your channel. I appreciate it, Menorca. I do, man. And share these videos, guys. It helps things out. So he's a caveman can do it. See you, Brian. Which handyman do I learn from the most? I guess the handyman. He puts a lot of good stuff on there. He's a very skilled guy, from what I can tell. He said on one of his live feeds a while back that I knew as much as he does, and man, he is way wrong on that. He does a lot of neat stuff, and if he's telling 3/4 of the truth about how much money he makes, he's doing good, which he seems to be worth it all. But yeah, I guess him. And then I just watch random stuff. There's a I watched I said I was leaving, and I am. The painter. God, what is it? What's the name of that painter? I've watched his stuff. Can't believe I can't remember it. The Idaho painter. The Idaho painter's got some good things. He had a video pop up this morning I need to check out. It was talking about filling holes on cabinets. I need to check that out. And there's a guy that does trim work, like crown mold and all that. And yeah, Bob Ross. Hey, and that's something else. Do y'all ever watch or listen to if you listen to podcasts? I've been getting into podcasts here lately. Nothing educational, just interesting stuff. But Mike Rowe's got a podcast, The Way I Heard It, and there's one about Bob Ross in there. It's kind of a throwback to the rest of the story. What was that guy's name? Something Harvey, something like that. Yeah, Finished Carpenter TV is that other guy. He's a sharp guy. He don't blink a lot in his videos. You ever know he sits there and talks and he goes on and his eyes and everything. I'm like, man, this guy's Paul Harvey. Yeah. But if you hadn't listened to Mike Rowe, The Way I Heard It, that's pretty cool stuff. You know, he's talking about somebody the whole time. It's like stories about people you didn't know. But Bob Ross was actually a drill sergeant and one of the most tough, hardcore drill sergeants that there was. He just screaming and hollering at people, and he decided that he wasn't going to act like that anymore. He didn't want to do that way anymore. So then he starts painting. But anyway, check that out. My other video, you might have heard me say anyway, that's the way I heard it. That's where I got that from, Mike Rowe. But that's it. Yeah, Tom, he don't blink, man. I be putting eye drops in the whole time. Guys, I appreciate it. I really do. Share my videos. Let's help this thing boost on up to 100,000 subscribers, and maybe I can quit doing handyman work and just sit here and goof off with y'all every day. But anyway, I'll check out Tool and Tradesman. But that's it. I'm gone. Got to go in here and knock this grill around a little bit. I appreciate it, and I will see y'all on the next adventure.